I'll share one quick story if I can do that. And you know this, when you are doing what we do for a living, you have to really train yourself in many ways to be listening to 4 or 5 different sources at the same time. You have what you refer to, the IFB in our ear, so we can hear our producer, we can hear our director, we can hear program. And so when that's in your ear, I mean, there's constant information coming at you, and especially when you're on breaking news. So over the years, when I'm on the air and I have the IFB in my ear, I can hear my producer talking to me while I'm talking. And he'll say, you know, after you finish with this, we have a live interview with someone on the telephone who was there at the fire, blah, blah, blah. Then I'm listening to my floor manager who's saying, coming out to camera 2. I have a reporter on the set. Sometimes we're talking about what we'll discuss as a Q&A after the story. I'm listening to my co-anchor many times off air. So there are 4 or 5 different sources. Now, as a result of that, I have been able to train myself to go somewhere and I can be listening to 4 or 5 conversations at the same time. So my wife and I can be sitting there having dinner and she's talking to me and I'll say, couple over there are getting a divorce. What? No, it's terrible. And the dog over here, these guys, they just got a new dog. It's having problems all over the apartment. So it's interesting how many conversations I can pick up. I picked up a few conversations tonight, by the way, just so you know. It might be on the news tomorrow night, I'm not really sure. Or I'll hold on to it. Maybe we'll tweet it out, who knows. Okay, are we having fun tonight?
Yes.
Thank you, Father John, for allowing me to say that. Up next here is the final award of the evening, the Christopher Spirit Award, which honors the people or projects, I should say, that reflect the motto, it's better to light one candle than to curse the darkness. Presenting the award will be Carolyn Jones, who won her own Christopher Award earlier this evening as director and executive producer of The American Nurse. Carolyn is also an acclaimed photographer, filmmaker who co-founded the 100 People Foundation. The foundation uses media to cultivate respect, create dialogue, and inspire global citizenship among people around the world. Please welcome back Carolyn Jones. All right, Carolyn, your turn.
Tough act to follow. There's just no way to follow that, honestly. Wow. Well, first of all, I'm delighted to be able to present this award. What a treat and what an honor. I'm thrilled to be here. As a breast cancer survivor, I understand the stresses of being a patient with a disease that threatens your life. It puts you in a unique position to understand the ins and outs of hospitals and a little bit more than maybe I wanted to. And after interviewing so many nurses for the American Nurse book and film, I found that I gained a perspective on the qualities that it really takes to be a compassionate caregiver. So the ABC TV series New York Med provides a window into both of these worlds as well, the worlds of both patients and medical professionals. And it does so with an amazing amount of artistry, humor, heart, and empathy. Executive producer Terrence Wrong and his team of producers and camera people, they act as invisible observers at the New York Presbyterian Hospital's Weill Cornell and Columbia campuses, as well as 3 other area hospitals. As a result, viewers get to witness a doctor struggling to save a man who got hit by a subway train, nurses caring for a homeless woman who's a frequent flyer in their ER, and a 19-year-old Marine who discovers he needs a heart transplant in order to stay alive. Along the way, we move beyond the labels of doctor and nurse to see the human beings underneath. Debbie Yee, for instance, left a career on Wall Street to become a doctor after seeing the care that her sister got in the hospital after a very bad accident. Like some of the other staff featured in the series, her pain motivated her to build a life of service to others in need. From the patient's perspective, we see how a bad medical diagnosis can focus and intensify the love that families have for one another. And watching these families on screen helps us as viewers fully embrace life. We're reminded to be kind to family, friends, and strangers, to be grateful for our blessings, and to seek fulfillment in helping others. In other words, New York Med reflects the ideals of lighting a candle rather than cursing the darkness. For that reason, I'm delighted to present the series with the 2015 Christopher Spirit Award. Accepting tonight are series producers Isu Gradowski and Andy Genovese, senior series producer Monica Della Rosa, supervising producer Erica Baumgart, and speaking on behalf of the team is the executive producer Terrence Wrong. Congratulations to you all.
So, as you guys can see, it's making television series is a team sport, and this is a great team, and we've been together for many, many years. And we have other members of our team over there, and you know, and it's really very humbling to share the stage with so many winners who share this spirit. I mean, there are awards where, you know, the award is for doing a great show, but the spirit that unites each of these awards is really very special to us because it really goes to the core of the medical mission. And I mean, Patrick Donahue and Sarah Jane, your story is just really leaves us in awe. We did have the good fortune to have Dr. Ashley Winter and 3 of the nurses from the Weill Cornell ER, Marina Dedivanovic, Diana Costine, and Katie Duke come. Could you guys just stand up? Because you care for people every day. And, you know, we've made a program about them, but we don't actually do hands-on care. But I will say this. I think for us, if we drive one person into medicine, one person becomes a paramedic, one person goes to med school, one person gets their nurse training, or a patient or their family who didn't have hope, then I think it makes it all worthwhile for us. And so we regard it as the highest privilege to be able to share moments in people's lives that are not only intimate and sensitive, but really life-changing. And we never for a second forget that it's a very rare honor to be in their presence. So thank you so much.
Congratulations, wonderful. Let's hear it from the cheerleaders one more time back there. You guys are great. Come on, let me hear it one more time. Do it for all of us. Oh, making a difference, changing lives. What a wonderful thing. Somebody whistle back there too? You guys are good. This is what the awards are all about tonight, and we celebrate you and your good work and your spirit, and you're part of the Christopher family now. You belong here. You belong to us. We belong to you. We are together. And we love that spirit, which means we can stay at each other's homes. We can borrow money from one another. We can do a lot of things, right? No, seriously, this has been wonderful. I love coming to these events every year because this is what happens. You know, we have fun. And we honor, you know, the good work, but we do it with a nice, happy heart. And that's important. That makes us feel good.